please welcome to the stage, Tony Shoupe.
There you are. Real quick, my name's Tony Shoupe. I'm from a small town in Kentucky, Mount Sterling. I was brought into this industry, actually found out about 30 years ago. I was actually sitting in my basement after making a lot of really bad choices in my life, and an infomercial popped up on television. And you know, I saw this guy, and he sounded just like me. He did. He sounded just like me. But he was saying things that I'd never actually heard before. And it just struck me. It hit my heart. And to make a long story short, I called the 800 number. I got a cassette tape. I got a letter in the mail. I went to a meeting and I got involved. I signed up with this company. From that point on, I actually started listening to the tapes, reading the books. I did everything that Dale told me to do. And by doing that, by filling my mind, you know, Zig Ziglar said one time, you are where you are in life because of what's going on in your mind. And the only way to change where you are in life is to change what goes in your mind. And I took it to heart. And I listened to the tapes, and I read the books, and I completely cleaned out the job. And you know, I worked a third shift job at the time. And I listened to about 8 hours of tapes a day. And it completely changed me. And after about 8 months of doing that and working my business as hard as I possibly could during the day, I went full time. I was able to go full time. I was able to replace that small income that I had that I quit. And I started working the business. And from that point on, my life has never been the same. You know, guys, over those next 2 years, I saw what this industry had to offer to those people, those average people with above average desire. People that wanted to make a change. People that were sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it changed my life forever. Now fast forward. You know, I wasn't brought up here to talk about myself, but I wanted to give you a little idea of where I come from. Now, fast forward, I've not even been involved in this industry in over 20 years. And you ask why? Well, around 2000, when the internet came out, you had these self-proclaimed gurus going around, and they were teaching and preaching these things. They were standing on stages, and they were telling people, oh, here's what you need to do to be successful. And the shame is, a lot of these people that were preaching and teaching these things had never done it themselves. Right. They've never been involved in the industry. They've never built a team. They've never done things like Dave and Don and Dale, the 3 big D's. Right? They've never done it before. And it made me sick. It made me sick. You know, and I just did not want to get involved. I didn't want a part of that. Well, guys, you got people in this room right now that are on board. They're there for you. These 3 big D's that have been up on stage today, we need to catch that vision. We need to see what they see. We need to grab a hold of that vision and push yourself forward. Now, guys, Dale said a little while ago, there was an article in a magazine years ago, Success Magazine, that said, if people want what you're selling, you will get rich. If people want what you're selling, you will get rich. Now, guys, people don't want lotions, potions, and pills anymore. That's not what people are excited about. Companies are going around and they're looking for the little red wagon to dangle in front of people. So hopefully they can get a customer base again, right? Because the only customers these companies have are their distributors themselves, right? It's time we make a change. It's time we turn this on its head. Now, guys, the collectibles industry, as you've heard, is a $458 billion a year industry. $458 billion. Projected to go $1 trillion by the year 2033. Now, guys, what if we can get 1% of that? Just 1%. Right? A lot of people in this room believe we can and I believe we can. We're going to become the next billion-dollar company. Billion-dollar company! Who wants to be a part of that? Who wants to be a part of that? That's right. This is the real deal. You know, when you think to yourself, well, what about competition? There is no competition. This has never been done before. We don't have to compete with Walmart and GNC and every CVS in the United States. This has never been done before. We are a 100% customer, product-driven company. You know, Dave's vision that started 40 years ago, he started putting these collectibles together. You know, this is not potions, pills, and lotions. We don't have to convince people to buy these products. The want is already there. The want is already there. You know, collectors are passionate people. They're passionate about what they have. And what do they want to do? They want to add to their collection. They just want to add to their collection. Or some people might just want to go to the website and look for something that brings their childhood memory back. Guys, this is a special time and a special place. And I am so excited to be here. I can tell you one thing. The people that are sitting in this room, we have an opportunity that will never happen again in our lifetime. Never. It will never, never, never come around. And it's like Dale said, one day, and one day really soon, and I truly believe this, when you hear collect direct, it's going to be like hearing eBay. This company is on the move. Now guys, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this, and I'll leave you with this. If you're on the live stream, or if you're in this room, if you're listening, you need to leave this conference this weekend, and here's what I'm going to say. They said one time, if a man sets himself on fire, people will come around for miles to watch him burn. And I can tell you, leave this conference with your hair on fire. Because in a few short years, you're going to be saying one of two things, and Dale said it. You're going to be saying, either I'm glad I did, or I wished I had. Thank you.
Howdy. Thanks, Donnie. I mean, that's one thing that I've learned about my great friend Don. Did you guys know they're on stage tomorrow? No, I did not. But anyways, here we are, and we're very honored to be here. Brett had a great idea, and